Last of the day, Buck Davidson and Carl Lavo. So Doug and Quantum Leap come down the centre line. Say this horse, top 10 here last year, 4th at Kentucky this spring at the 5-star level, and they come here off the back of a runner-up spot at the International Advanced at Stable View's Oktoberfest.
Yeah, he was our national champion. This horse can definitely end on his dressage score, so hopefully he can just keep him as smooth and rideable as possible, because he can get quite lit in the first phase.
The test is set. They all ride exactly the same test. The movements are given a mark out of 10 by each of the 3 judges arrayed around the ring. We make that into a percentage and we take it away from 100 to give us the penalty score. And here in the corner of your screen you can see Doug at this moment in his test with all of the scores to hand versus Woods at the same moment in his test.
You could see in that half pass it actually started quite well, but then the horse got a little bit behind him. He's not quite pushing out to the contact and taking Doug, but Doug's having to be very tactful in how he addresses that, because like you can see there is quite a bit of tension here, and you know, you're trying to have that moment of brilliance without getting kind of a broken rhythm like we just saw in the extended trot.
Yeah, the horse offering so much that then almost inevitably just steps a little bit beyond his own balance there, 3 or 4 meters from the sideboards.
But you can see where this could really go. I mean, it has quite a bit of potential. But, you know, these horses are so fit to run around. This track is going to be 11 minutes 30, which is quite a long track. I think Kentucky is just a little over 11 minutes. So there's quite a bit of galloping. And so Doug would have definitely done his fitness work at home and got him very ready to go.
Just dug into the walk section, and you know, it might seem like almost the simplest of things, but as Tammy was just alluding to, these horses are triathletes, and their focus really of their training has to be on tomorrow, and the musculature and the fitness and the mental state that they are in is all geared towards tomorrow, which makes having them be sensible enough to give you a quality walk here today is difficult.
And you know, these riders, some of them have already pre-rode their horses ahead of time and prepared them for this test, and sometimes, you know, you have to just time everything perfectly based on when your ride time is. So there's so much that goes into this that you know, you want to have just the right amount of energy without, you know, having tension and without having worked them down too much as well. And Doug does a really good job. That was a beautiful halt and a very tactful rein back and back up to canter depart. Not an easy movement.
Yeah, Doug is riding what we say, you know, riding marker to marker and really accurately. He's not leaving any score out there that he possibly can. He's maybe not riding 100% the horse he had hoped for this afternoon, like we've seen that little bit, you know, with the loss of balance. We saw the horse break his head and neck contact. The shape of the head and neck is what we refer to as the contact, so they're coming out of the rein back into that upward transition to canter. And these things, you can't afford even little faults like that if you want to trace down a mid-20 score like Woods Boffman has. Yeah,
but he is trending better than much, you know, than he has in the past, and you know, right now on a 29, which is quite good for this horse. It could easily, as you know, be in the mid-30s. So I think so far, if he can stay trending here, he'll be very happy.
Also, it's quite a young horse for his level of experience at the 5-star level, still just 11 years old. Say, Tammy was 37 this year at the horse park at Kentucky. Here at Fairhill last year, 33.6 dressage. So, yeah, at the 5-star level, this would be a very, very pleasing score to come home on.
Yeah, and we have this unofficial kind of team challenge from the European riders with the top 4 ranked FEI, U.S. riders, and so Doug, myself, Lauren Kiefer, and Will Coleman are on that. So we are secretly cheering for this test to be hopefully right there in the running. He will be very happy with that, I think.
So US Olympian Doug Payne, Quantum Leap, completing his test here with us this afternoon, getting our 5-star back underway. Christian Landholt is our president of the jury for the 5-star, the Swiss judge who's judged to Olympic level. Gretchen Butts of the United States of America, a top-level technical delegate and judge here in North America. And Judy Hancock of Great Britain, also a well-known face on the 5-star and advanced level of the sport, giving the scores arrayed around the ring in 3 different positions as well. So they have a different view, a set view, whereas, of course, we change camera angles between. They are stuck in one place watching the test exclusively from that position. So as we were saying earlier on, for instance, some of the half passes, the lateral work, one judge is very able to see that the rider is sitting straight on their seat and that the horse is moving well side to side, whilst the judge looking at it from side on is continuing to look at the quality of the pace, be it a half pass and canter or a half pass and trot. They want to see that the quality of that canter or trot stays as good as it was before they started working laterally or sideways.